Hello, everybody. It is me, the American Doofus Show. Barry Welsh, your host. Don't be a doofus. Um, okay, here's what happened. I was supposed to have a new laptop yesterday. It didn't happen. I was supposed to have a new laptop today. It didn't happen. I had Grandmaster or Grandmaster. I had General Delta Django on Zoom, and I could not get it to hook up to YouTube, and it's okay because everything shut down anyway. I do have a few moments of an interview with General Delta, and my gosh, it was a fascinating few minutes, and I got to apologize to with all respect to the general, and I apologize to all of you. I tested it out, and when I tested it, it worked. As far as going from Zoom to YouTube, I knew might have problems with this laptop. It's been overheating for a couple of weeks now, and I should have bought a new one earlier. We will reschedule, and um, hopefully in a day or two. He's really busy with everything he's got going on, and doesn't give many interviews, and it just yeah, damn, it sucks. It sucks big time, and hopefully hopefully we'll connect soon, because it was again, it was a fascinating few moments. I don't know if I'll play the few minutes that I have or not. I can't do anything until the laptop comes back on. I'm live on the phone at the moment, just because I wanted those of you that were interested to know what was going on, why we weren't here. We will be here soon, and as soon as I know, as soon as we can reschedule, we will reschedule. In the meantime, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Louisville, and it may kick off down there tonight. I really wanted to have the interview. Like I said, we only got a few minutes into it, and I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can you see. Okay, I've even got the laptop sitting on like a 12 pack of chicken breasts, trying to keep the thing cool. I was hoping we'd get a half hour out of it anyway, but it didn't happen. And it's my laptop. My laptop overheats. It started on Derby Day, and I've got to tell you, I learned something. I learned something from everybody, and I've already learned something from General Delta about Derby Day. No, it's not a MacBook. It's an old HP. For those that don't know, I actually ran for Congress against Mike Pence, the guy that's currently the Vice President of the United States. Started in 2006, actually, before that, State Senate, and ran for Congress in 2006 against Pence. And I've had this laptop since 2006, so it is time. It is time for an upgrade, and I'm a freaking doofus for not doing it sooner, and truly regret that this had to happen. I probably will be doing something with what's going on in Louisville tonight. I'll definitely have something tomorrow, and I could have something later on tonight. Again, this is totally my fault. I could not get the Zoom to go to the YouTube stream, so we decided we'd just record, and we recorded just a few minutes, but it's a fascinating few minutes, and I want to get permission from General Delta to play what was recorded before I do, and hopefully hopefully that'll be able to, but I got to wait till the damn laptop cools down enough that I can use it. Um, until then, it's the American Doofus Show. I've been a freaking doofus. Uh, don't be a doofus. I'm Barry Welsh. I'm your host. And whether I got the flag upside down because in in my opinion, the country's in distress, and um, I think you'd be hard pressed to find people that didn't think that. They are so far into their white privilege that they don't have a clue how close things are. Um, and actually, in all honesty, there's been a war going on against communities of color for decades, and it just hasn't there hasn't been a whole lot of shooting involved, and we're about to the stage where there might be a whole lot of shooting involved, and that's scary. Really, four different scenarios. I'm just going to ramble for a couple minutes here. Four different scenarios for how civil war can play out based upon how it's played out in other countries in recent history. The the Russian Revolution, what went on in Rwanda. Um, they're just and it's all predicated on what happens in this election. So you're running out of days to register, depending on what state you're in. Some states are already early voting. You got a few more days to register, probably, no matter where you're at. And if you haven't registered before, do. There's a commercial on NFL games about how only 60% of the people voted, and we got to make sure that that's a lot higher this time. In my personal opinion, a whole lot of liberty and a whole lot of justice that hasn't been served yet will never be served if we don't make the right vote this time. That's how important I believe it is, and I didn't doubt that. But the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the vacancy on the Supreme Court, um, and how important that is to so many civil rights. Um, Important year. If you are in Kentucky, I'm going to tell you to vote for Amy McGrath. Now she was at Injustice Park, and I wasn't real impressed with what I saw of her. But she's not Mitch McConnell, and he's the current leader of the Senate. He's got the George Floyd bill in his pocket. Basically, he won't let it come to a vote. So he's impeding justice, plain and simple. Again, I apologize, and no disrespect at all to General Delta Django or the NFAR. And again, it's going to be a fascinating interview when we do talk, and I may just hold everything until then. Again, I'm going to ask permission before I do anything if I do decide to do it. There are going to be a lot of things coming to try to divide us, and by us I mean human beings. And there are already too many and too many unnecessary ones, but more are coming, and it's going to be tough to know who the enemy is. It's going to be tough to know who the enemy is, and we need people that are willing to build bridges. We need people that are willing to, say, hey, we could be doing this, but let's not. Let's talk and see if there's some other solution. And that's always my hope. And it's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. Whether you're a believer in God or Allah or the Most High or whatever term you use, if you're a spiritual person, um, may their blessings be upon you, and may they have mercy on the United States of America. Don't be a doofus. Love you all. Sorry again that we didn't make this happen.